I'm winning, which is really, really cool. Really love that. I really, really do. Barbara suggested, let me choose first. And I didn't shut up. I didn't. Well, you know something? I'm going to do that from now on, because this time I shut up, let Barbara choose first, and well, I chose one. She's been choosing one more than me all the time.
Oh no, some is under.
Yeah, well, some is under, but not often. And well, she comes from behind, and before you know it, she wins again. So I'm learning. I really am. I get it this time. I do. Thursday, December 17th, and let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by a good friend of mine, Dan Washburn, and believe me, it is always a pleasure to catch up with Dan. It really, really is. We should talk planes and everything as well. You never know. Dan can fly a plane. Like somebody else I know. Anyway, we're going to kick the show off. Let's do a little dirt right here at Galaxy 107 FM with Dan Washburn. Damn, it's hot in here, Dan. It really is.
Is it?
It is. It's 31 degrees. And for those of you in the United States who would go by Fahrenheit, that's 91.4 degrees in here. Sauna time. Yeah, it's a weight loss program. And then here in New Zealand, we have the Kiwi air conditioning. It's called Open a Bloody Window.
Well, we don't have that problem. It warmed, like I said, it warmed up to -10 here today.
Yeah, a balmy -10. You can almost get out there in your jandals and your shorts.
I've seen them have swimming competitions in snow.
Yeah, I have too.
That's funny.
I've also seen these competitions where you carry your wife around in this, over your back to win your wife's weight in beer.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a German thing.
Yeah, that is a German thing, but I've seen it in Canada as well, but they did it in the snow, which is even more ridiculous. No, thank you. I wouldn't want to do that. Dan, here in New Zealand, we have a thing called bungee jumping, which is really, really... Yep, okay. We're
familiar with it.
Yeah, well, we've revised that to... now we can make almost anybody jump off a bridge. Even the blind can do it now.
Nice.
Yeah, problem is it scares the shit out of the dog.
Hi, Selena.
It does.
How you doing? How you doing, darling?
So we're playing dirt right now, my bro. And then we've got Christmas in the country. And, bro, it's good to catch up with you again.
Same. You've been busy. I haven't seen you guys.
Sorry
I've been
about my
catching
call.
up here and there. You're interviewing somebody all the time. You're really busy, so that's good. It's good to see.
That's my slave driver over here with the bonding thing, Believe me, I tell you what, I'll be lucky when she goes away on holiday.
You get a rest?
Yeah, well, kind of. I hope so. Anyway, it'll just be me and the computers. Yay. It is.
Are you digging? When you search for gold or drill for oil, does the world get bitter when you turn the soil? What kind of life are you living? What kind of dirt are you digging?
Hi, Robert.
What kind of life are you living? What kind of dirt are you digging?
Now let me tell you folks, and first of all I got to thank you guys for joining us live here on Facebook Live right now. If you're going to watch us a little later on YouTube, you know what to do, don't you? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell, bingo, you right? Yeah, you get all the notifications then, don't you? Yeah, think about that. Anyway, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Absolutely elated because good friend of ours, Dan Washburn, is back again from Sterling, Ontario. Oh my goodness, it is always nice to have, below 10 right now. Balmy. Yeah, absolutely. You can see the jandals coming out, can't you? You can. The Canadian jandals are right up there. Or are they snowshoes? I'm not sure. They're so bloody big, actually. They really are. But gosh. Yeah, good time to wear them. Here, you could wear them here in New Zealand anyway at this time of the year because, believe me, we're making snow castles at Christmas. Christmas. Yes, it's only just a few days away. It really, really is. Hope you got your shopping done by now. Things are starting to move off the shelves. It's getting difficult to get them. So get in there, right? Got a little bit of feedback coming? No better? Oh, well, never mind. We'll take that right out. How's that sound? But in the meantime, Dan, always a pleasure to catch up with you, bro. How you going?
Oh, Grant, doing well. No worries. It's been good. We've been quarantined like the rest of the planet, but we had a good summer. All those little projects that you'll eventually get to around the house, we got to them. So, I was thinking about building a shed. I was telling Barbara earlier, so we built a 10 by 16 foot shed right from the ground up, so did all of that, and I became a beekeeper because I got bored one day, and so now I've got a beehive out there and making honey, and they're away for the winter, and so stuff like that, all the little fixing up the little things that needed done. I had to replace a door in the back of the house and blah blah, all that stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. Something, the world needs more bees, really. So big admiration for that one. Besides, the byproduct's not that bad, is it? It's really, really nice.
Oh, no, it's good. I was up to my friends in Markham. I was up to a woman that I write with, and I produce some music for sometimes. And Caroline Liberto, Caroline, if you're watching, hello. Caroline, and I'm watching Tom's working, her husband's working out in the front yard, and all this, and this is just in this side of Toronto, and all the lawns are manicured. And I said, wow, look at this neighborhood. She said, yep, all the guys are home and they're working on their yards.
Yeah.
They had nothing else to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So all the yards were manicured.
I get it. Well, that's better than being in some parts of the United States where people go around with a ruler measuring how high your lawns are. If you just, get out there and mow the block. Yeah, and it can happen, especially in some gated communities over in the States. I feel sorry for you. Why would you do it? It's like living in a place where you get 15 below. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it warmed up to 10, though, minus 10.
I know, but believe me, starting the day off at 15 below is not what I call, something I want to do. Listen, believe me. But having said that, I've spoken to some people, 30 below just a few days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We can get into minus 20 pretty quick here.
Yeah.
And that's... Now, in all fairness, this was our first really cold day. We had a day that was like minus 9 or something like that. And this is the second cold day we've had.
Well,
so it's not too bad.
No, thank you. Don't want it, but I tell you what, I will try and send you some of our heat through this video so that when you watch this, it'll be a glowing thing. Well, have some break. When you watch this later, you'll understand 31 degrees, have a share. Because believe me,
oh man,
damn hot
we're
in
on
here.
opposite seasons, right? You guys are in summer, and we're just starting winter. You're just starting summer.
Exactly. Before we go too much further, too, by the way, Dan, it would be remiss of me if I didn't say hello to Selena Pinky Sims, if you know what I mean. Gotta say hi to Pinky. We love you, and we want you to have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll catch up with you next year. Love from us here at Galaxy. Okay, take care of yourself, right? Have to do that. She's a good friend of ours, and believe me, we love Pinky. You know what I mean? So sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just texting with her. It's fine. I get it.
Yep. Wow, that sounds fun. Let's have a little bit of text with Pinky. Yeah, that could be sorted, couldn't it? It could be. No, I said text. Honest, I did. you know, it's that time. I got this weird hat on,
Yeah.
and well,
Makes
here
it
at
weird.
Galaxy, it's the last official week here, and we're kind of celebrating and getting ready for the wind down. We are going to be back on the 21st doing the Christmas extravaganza. We're going to be catching up with a number of bands we haven't caught up with for quite some time. Been a minute and for a number of them, including the Heels. Looking forward to catching up with the Heels and celebrating that. Also this year we're going to be bringing in some fans, haven't done that before, and some associates that we've had something to do with over the last 12 months. Then we're going to be back for New Year's Eve. This one's going to be raucous actually, I feel, because the bosses have said unbridled, go for it. It's like being naked making snow angels. That would be fun. You know, go for it. On New Year's Eve, they're going to let me and Barbara absolutely loose, no rules. Scary as, to be honest with you.
I've got rules.
But Barbara's got rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing what? Bungee jumping with blind people, for instance.
No. Anyway, let's get back to Dan.
Let's get back to it because it is that season. It really, really is. And good
Yes,
friend of ours,
sir.
Dan Washburn, coming out of Stirling, has contributed what I think is one of the best country songs, country Christmas songs I've heard in a long, long time. And believe me, I've heard a lot of them lately. I have. So Dan, tell me about Christmas in the country.
Yeah, well, about a year ago now, just a little over, I was driving by my mom and dad's old farm, coming the back ways home. They lived out in the country. They had an old farm. And I was coming home that way, and I was driving by the old house, and I would come that way just for nostalgia sometimes. And I knew that the house was down, it had been a fire, the new owners, and it had burned. And so I was driving by, and they had it all cleaned up, and it was now a cornfield. And so, you know, the first time you see that, you know it's coming at some point, but the first time you see it, I'm glad I was alone. It was a bit emotional, but in a good way. It didn't make me feel sad. It made me feel like, well, it's a pretty nice cornfield, and Dad would have liked the look of that. And I actually said to myself, man, but I love that old house. And so that line, man, I love this old house. That line, I love this old house, just kept. It didn't go. I was heading down to Nashville that week. When I got down there, I went out to, make my rounds and writing with the usual suspects that I write with down there. And I had a recording session at the end of the week. And I got hooked up with friends, Templeton Thompson and Sam Gay. They're a husband and wife writing team. They've got some stuff that they're on that are charting, I think, right now down there in your way too, in Oz and in New Zealand, and with songs that they've written for other people, with other people. Anyway, a long story short, or a long story longer, I mentioned to them that I had this line floating around in my head, and I just couldn't shake it. And I told him the line, and Sam looked at me, he said, yeah, man, I love this old house. I like it. He said, especially this time of year. And I went, yeah. And he went, and we picked up the guitars and we just went at it. And we were done. And it was like about a 2.5 hour write. And we got to say all the things that we thought about. We all grew up, with our families, and we all had Christmas traditions that so there's 3 writers writing on this. And so we got to say all the things that were part of our history, our life growing up. And this is how it came out.
You know, when I first heard this, I absolutely loved it straight away. And again, I didn't know who it was, but I guessed. You know what I mean? I just knew. Within myself, as soon as I heard it, I knew this was a Dan Washburn piece of work. It is an absolute masterpiece. Suits this time of the year. It really, really does. And Dan, absolute pleasure to be winding up this year with a Christmas song from you, my bro. It really, really is. I am so happy here at Galaxy Live.
We actually went, and about a month ago, we decided last minute, a bit late, we're going to shoot a video for it. And the video just got put out a couple of days ago. So if anybody's looking for it, it's on a video now and we did a little bit of shooting around the house here, it was a good excuse for Mary Ellen to get the house decorated early. So we had the house all decorated in November, and then we shot a bit of footage here, and then used some stock footage from the studio. And so the video's up now on my YouTube channel. So, but it's kind of come out okay, and we're happy with it. It's very unpretentious. There's no bells and whistles. It's just a country Christmas song about what it was like for us growing up in the country at Christmas time.
You know something, my bro? I absolutely love it. I'm going to check it out. I haven't seen the video yet.
I've seen
I am
it.
going to
It's
check
good.
that out. But right now, live at Galaxy 107 FM is Dan Washburn. And Christmas in the country. Merry Christmas. How you feeling, bro?
Good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, doing well.
Ah, damn.
You know Troy Toma?
Yes.
Wrote a song with Troy the other day. So we're gonna keep getting together regularly. I mean, you know, he's at the other end of the country from me, but so, you know, Skype or whatever, or FaceTime or whatever we use, Zoom I think we used. And so we're gonna do a little bit more writing together. Good lad.
Awesome.
Yep. I've got a lot of time for Troy. He's a good man.
He is.
And a great artist too. I love his Prairie Fire.
Yes.
Yeah, great song. Absolutely brilliant. I've still got a bit of feedback going on here.
It's amazing
How's that?
how they all
Any
meet
better?
each other and write songs and sing.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
collaborate.
And
So awesome.
technology today, look how you can use it. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, you can be in one part of the world. Here's one for you, bro. I have a friend of mine who has a band in Norway.
Yeah.
Yep. His name is Gay Miranda. His band is called Viking Queen. And I met this Canadian guy on Facebook. In fact, Barbara and I were sitting in the lounge in this, what used to be the smoker room. We were sitting in the lounge there on a Saturday morning, not doing a lot, and I'm going through Facebook and I saw this guy and I friended him, and he comes straight back at me going, "Who the F are you and what the F do you want?" And I went, "Oh, okay, hold on. I'm just a humble radio DJ and kind of like your music," and I'm holding my fingers crossed, hoping that I did like his music at the time. You know what I mean? Which eventually worked out to be really fantastic music. And we got to know each other pretty well. So I introduced him to this band in Norway and to Gay Miranda, and these guys got up. Now they're about a year later, they're joined at the hip, these guys, you know what I mean?
Nice.
But I challenged both of these guys once. I says, "Hey, listen, do you remember the Charleston?" And they went, "Yeah." I went, "Yeah, well, the Charleston was actually a dance, but it had a bit of music with it that was indicative of the Charleston, right?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it did.
And at the time, it was actually 100 years to the day that I was talking to them about it. And I says,
Oh, wow.
I challenge you guys to get together, write and produce a song where the hook has got the Charleston music in the background. And these guys are heavy metal, right? No, can't do that. No. I says, well, okay, make a Christmas song, right? And they literally knocked it out of the park.
Nice.
I'll get Barbara to send you a copy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Norway
Yeah.
and British Columbia was all.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's very cool.
the problem is they won't sell a bloody thing if they're going to use the video because I'm in it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Looking forward to it.
let's go back to the desk.
Okay.
Christmas in the country, and I love this so much.
On behalf of Galaxy 107 FM, we wish you all a safe and fun-filled festive season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Galaxy FM. Merry Christmas! Galaxy.
like the Christmas touch to that at the end of that. That was really, really cool. You know, the Galaxy thing, that's really cool. Well done, guys. I really like that one. Right here, joined live by Dan Washburn, good friend of ours here at Galaxy. And, of course, we've been talking not only about his song Dirt, but his Christmas track, of course, Christmas in the Country and what it means to him. But at the end of the day, we all wish everybody over in the Washburn home a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a safe New Year, and your good wife is a big hero in my eyes. She really does. She's a frontliner, and we need to be able to protect her, love her, wrap her up in bubble wrap, and don't let anything get to her, right?
That's right.
But
I'm proud of her. It's tough. It's tough what she does.
But in the meantime, my friend, I gather right now, being the surreal time that you've been writing, you're looking at new stuff all the time, and we were discussing how great technology can be. To a point, I mean, unfortunately now he's dealing with me by technology. That could be traumatising in its own right. Really. And believe me, if you need a therapist, I got a good one. Yeah. Yeah, she actually comes out of New Jersey. I says to her, oh, you come from New Jersey? And she goes, yeah, I come from New Jersey. I went, New Jersey? She goes, you could be a cab driver. I went, well, you know, do they use cabs anymore? Isn't it Uber now? Isn't that the fashionable thing?
No.
Uber's pretty big.
Yeah. In fact, I heard all the Uber drivers here in New Zealand want to be the first people to get the vaccine.
I don't know. I think my wife will be in there after they, I think they're going to be, the way they're going to portion it out, the elderly and people with, certain issues and age. And then I think the doctors and nurses.
I think the frontliners should be first up. I really do. If it's not for the frontliners, look how bad this could be as of a whole anyway. You know what I mean? So these people are needed. So we need them to be healthy. Give them the shots first. And, I don't mind waiting. I really don't mind waiting at all. In fact, in the news this morning, Dan, this will amuse you, government secures 2 new COVID vaccines, enough for every Kiwi to be immunised in New Zealand free. That's AstraZeneca. Oxford, actually. And here's a little by thing on that, is one of Barbara's friends is actually one of the scientists working on that one.
What?
Yeah. Barbara knows somebody, one of the scientists working on the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Very nice. Very cool.
Surprised the hell out of me. I says, you know people of this calibre, and then you come and work with me.
Yeah, computer scientists too, don't forget.
That's our case. The other one, of course, is Novavax, and we've got, we've secured enough for everybody in New Zealand to have it free of charge. Brilliant. But I don't know that we actually need it right now.
What are you guys like down there?
Well, we may get 1 or 2 at the border. We've had none in the community. We literally have been on level 1 for an eternity now. So much so we don't need to be there, to be honest. We are considering doing a trans-Tasman bubble between New Zealand, Australia and the Cook Islands. I would like to hold off just a little bit longer on that one. But literally nothing.
What about Oz?
Well, here's one for you if you want to ask about Australia. Do you remember the Spice Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, well, I was talking to a lady out of Australia just the other day, and she says, we kind of liken ourselves here in Australia to the Spice Girls. And I went, go on, how do you do that? She goes, well, we're all doing okay, except Victoria.
There's a state in Australia.
We've got a bit of a second wave happening right now in our region. This is the worst it's been. Now, where I live, I'm in a little village, like 4,500 souls. We're just outside of town, 5 minutes. So, I mean, I've got 4 neighbors, and they're, quarter mile away each. But we don't have a lot going on in the country and out in the little village where we live. But in the city, not too far away, half an hour from here, they got a bit in, and they're on like what they call a red zone now. They're on lockdown. I like that they're segregating the areas, and they're kind of, if it's a bad area, then they're locking it up. And if it's not so bad, then carry on, function, just be smart about how you conduct yourself in the community. We don't want community spread going on, right? So we're kind of doing okay, but we are in a bit of a second wave right now, so.
Yeah, believe me, I fully understand. And in fact, through the UK, they've got a mutant key of it, another version of it that's mutated again. And I was talking to a young man coming out of England just a couple of days ago, and he says to me, "You remember AIDS, Grant?" And I went, "Yeah." And he says, "Remember when you used to have to, a whole body sock, basically, a whole body condom, basically, that you need to get through life?" And I says, "Yeah, I remember those days." He says, "Now all you need is air conditioning in that thing." Filter the air.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Something to think about, literally. So believe me, bro, we are going to have to move on, unfortunately. It is getting a little past our time. I've got a couple of guys in another studio waving frantically at me right now, sort of, do you remember the flags on boats and everything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that from the boys in the other studio right now. And they've misspelt the word. It's PHUK. Pretty, hot and tempting. Yes.
P-H-A-T.
PHAT. Oh, 18. Sorry. Not UK. Whoops. Never mind. It is 12 after 12. Don't go anywhere, Dan. And 31 degrees right here in downtown. It is Thursday, December the 17th, and that wraps it up for me for another day. I'll be back again tomorrow between 5:30 in the morning, and well, we'll go till 10 o'clock and see who else is going to join us after that. Barbara, I know, has got a few things up her sleeve. Stay safe. Thank you for watching us, by the way. Join us a little later on YouTube. Don't forget, sub, thumb, bell, bingo. Catch you there. Dan, don't go away.